lot of people think, oh, you're in your 30s, testosterone's probably still where it should be. Oftentimes it's not. You know, we have guys at Game Day Men's Health in their 20s that come in.
What do I see when I look into a lion's eye? You tell me.
What's up, B?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I actually get to talk to you now, and not just.
I know. It's been one day, and yeah, I feel like an outcast.
Yeah. What did you do to get punished so heavily?
I said that kids should get a lap dance and chill out.
Well, that doesn't quite seem worth that punishment. I'd love a lap dance.
And it's weird because it was like not like I couldn't comment.
Yeah.
It was like I can't send messages. But then something popped up saying like a message I sent was violating the guidelines, which I don't know what that could have possibly been. And then they're like, you can't go live for one day. And I'm like, big deal about going live. I don't think I've ever gone live before.
Yeah.
It's in like 4 or 5 years.
That's so whack.
Yeah. Meanwhile, girls will post like their booty holes, and then they're like, "Hey, come watch me make this vegetable disappear on my OnlyFans," or whatever. And and it's so crazy too because there will literally be people that'll have like 300 followers or something that'll be wishing death upon people, like, "Oh, hope you have a heart attack and die." Nothing happens.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of OnlyFans, did you see China just banned OnlyFans?
I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of for that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I stopped watching porn maybe like 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was ever really addicted to it, but it was just a bad habit when you're like, 14, 15 years old and you finally discover it. And
the Holy Grail.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I definitely ruined my first computer with a virus, with that stuff. But
no, I'm with you. I kind of stopped watching porn completely probably 2 years ago now. Like it just I don't know. You get to a point like it's almost like you've seen it all. You're so desensitized to it. Yeah, 100%.
And then when I actually started learning about the psychology of pornography and where it came from and how they use it to actually weaken society and weaken the male psyche, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to not watch it.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty easy kick, to be honest.
Yep.
Hardest thing is quitting is the vaping. That's the hardest thing for me right now. Yeah.
Are you a Zen guy? Do you do Zens?
No, I don't.
No.
I
never chewed or anything or pouches or anything like that. So I never tried the Zens, but I got friends that, man, they love them. Love them.
I have friends that'll have like one of my clients one time, like I was down for a show and he had like 4 or 5 like different packs. He'd be putting like 2 or 3 in at a time. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No way. What's up, Nate?
What's up, boys? How we doing?
Good.
Good, man. Good. Dude, I've hit that point of prep where I was really good. Like felt great, everything. And I haven't been able to nap once during prep. This weekend hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I'm napping every time I sit on the couch. It's hard to get up and go do shit.
At least you're napping, though. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
But
get those naps in when you can.
For real. I've hit that like the fatigue is mounted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough in prep because it's like so like you can't really like time like it just comes and goes, in waves. It's like you could be feeling great and then like an hour later it's just like boom, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah. Exactly. Like when I wake up in the morning, I feel fantastic. I'm like, all right, brand new day.
Right.
By like 12 o'clock, I'm like, fuck this day.
You fade so hard as the day goes on, right?
Yeah. And the weekends are the worst for me because like there's no structure of like going into work or anything.
Yeah.
And the way I was telling Shay is like, I need something to distract me, but I don't have the energy to do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's hard because if you're left to your own devices, you're just gonna sit on the couch, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. So
I'd usually play video games like pretty regularly when I can at the end of a prep. And I remember my last one that I did. I play it and I just sit there. I didn't have energy playing. I didn't even want to play video games. So I just sat there and just watched sometimes the same movie over and over again.
that's funny you say that because I was just thinking when you said about video games, I'm like, dude, I don't know how you have the attention span to stay on that. And then it's funny because you said that was like my thing is towards the end of prep, I watch the same stuff I've seen before because it's easier to watch.
Yep.
Like maybe I'll watch a show I've already watched before, or a movie I've watched before. And sometimes I'll watch it in sections. I'll like watch a movie in like 3 different parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I must have watched John Wick 1, 2, 3, and 4 just over and over again. I watched Blade a bunch of times. I watched Blade 1, 2, and 3 a bunch of times. So
we just watched. We went through all 3 Guardians of the Galaxies.
Oh, nice.
Man, the second and the third one had me fucking tearing up like a little girl.
I love those movies.
They're so damn good. Sean, Brendan, what's up?
What up? I don't know if I can be on a podcast with a science-based lifter basher. I might have to just fall off here.
Hey, I guess you're gonna just get fucking blocked.
Should I go get a lap dance? Chill myself out?
Yeah.
Sean, you called it saying that I was gonna get fucking. Be careful, you're gonna get blocked, and then sure as shit got blocked.
That's so funny.
Whatever.
Then Sean texts me in pranks. He's like, "This is the IG, whatever it is." And I was like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is definitely one of the guys from the podcast. I'm like, I just don't know who it is.
Oh shit. That's so funny. There we go. This like dashboard has like a new interface. It looks completely different. So I'm trying to like figure it all the fuck out.
All right, Mike, we got to go live here in a couple of weeks. Tell the fans there, if you want to see live, comment below, brother.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good call, Sean. You're better at that than me. If you want us to go live, then comment below, and we'll probably go live next weekend or some shit.
So the true question, like,
what's
how
that?
you gonna be able to do the podcast all the way up to the show, or what?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! The podcast it like keeps me like it's like a good 2 hours where I like am not fucking bored and focused on just sitting around.
I only say that because it's funny because you see a lot of these guys like Beatty, for example. He starts slacking.
I can't do it.
He gets both to the show. And then Nick stops going on podcasts, you know what I mean? Because I was seeing Nick on that podcast with that Danilo kid, and I was thinking, like, I wonder what's going to happen when Nick gets, like, 4 weeks out. He's probably going to be like, sorry, bro, peace. Oh, Nick.
Dude, the podcast game is kind of dry right now. Like, I've been, like, looking for shit to watch, and it's just there's not a lot out there.
Because we're drama-free. We got to be more drama here.
Yeah.
Well, I think Fuad is not putting out podcasts. It's sort of like, I mean, they are, but not really as much like they were, like, because obviously he's effed up. But
yep. Jesse should be on a second. I kind of want to just like get his story first before we jump into listener questions. But until then, Sean, let me let's do the that little thing you had on your story. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to show that. How would I show that?
Go to the group chat, maybe.
I can set it in there if you want, Mike. I think shit.
Yeah.
Was that thing you did with the caffeine dosages and stuff?
No, this was like 20 points and what haven't you done? Skydive, broken a leg, all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
It's on a story though, Mike. I don't know if you're going to be able to get it though.
I can do this. I can figure this out. Hold up. No dead air.
I saw a couple of those. I saw a couple of different one of those today, different questions, and they were like a few that I just didn't do, like been arrested.
Yeah,
it's in the group chat, Mike. If you want to maybe enhance it there.
Oh, I see it. All right, perfect. Okay.
Yeah,
How was the leg workout with Luke, Nate?
It was rough, but it was great. It's always good with him, man. We got a good flow going. You know, he's super strong, so it sort of keeps me young because I think he forgets sometimes I'm 39.
Wait, Nate, you're 39?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were like 36 or 37
Yeah.
or something.
I mean, luckily I get that usually often, so luckily I'm not aging like a geared up juice head, you know?
Mm.
Like,
Got no
Where
gray.
like your skin starts to look like a catcher's mitt.
yeah.
You got no grays in the beard yet, so you still look good.
I got a couple, but we'll keep that on the hush hush.
Can you guys actually see that?
Stayed pretty healthy too with
It's a
the
little-
training and everything like that, so that helps a lot. You know, my body still looks pretty fresh. You know
No,
what I mean?
I can read this because I still have incredible eyesight, all
I
things
have
considered.
awful on eyesight.
But yeah,
Sorry, guys. I don't know how to zoom in. This is too much for me. All right.
So, Mike, you want to read it or no? You want me to read it for you?
Yeah.
first
yeah,
one is
yeah.
skipped school.
Okay. Give yourself 1 point for each thing you haven't done. Skipped school,
Okay.
broken a bone, fired a gun, and done drugs, and we'll throw in gear because everyone keeps texting me. Is gear count as drugs? Seriously, been in a limo, gotten a tattoo, ridden a horse, sung karaoke, gotten a ticket, been arrested, gone zip lining, been on TV, been on a cruise, gotten a piercing, smoked, met a celeb, been skydiving, had a one night stand, skinny dipped, and been drunk.
0.
Damn.
You've done everything on there?
I've done everything on that list.
Damn, Peter.
Hey.
I have 4 points.
I'm not proud of some of those, so let's just make that perfectly clear.
I don't have a piercing. I don't have a tattoo. I've never been arrested, and I've never been skydiving.
I've never sang karaoke, honestly. I've never gone skydiving. I've never broken a bone,
Me neither.
and I've never done the parachuting or whatever the other one was. And I've never been on TV. Technically, I've been on like a bunch of
I think
YouTube for TV.
I think we're all too big to skydive. I think the weight limit's like 220 or
That
something
would
like
be
that.
suspect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lead
Now?
brick. So wait, Brendan, do you
Go
remember
back
the one
here.
night stands though? That's the question.
No.
The results
How
were
many one
unremarkable.
night? How many one night stands?
Do you remember?
Let's just say it's under triple digits. That's all I'll say. Not proud of my 20s so much.
I don't think
I
any
went
of
on a
us
little
are.
bit of a I think
I
I
was a menace in my 20s.
Me too.
I was.
Me too.
It was insane.
That's pretty impressive.
That's
Chris,
where-
tattoo though.
What?
That's pretty impressive that you don't have a tattoo though. To be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually talked to a tattoo artist, and I was going to get a half sleeve, and it was going to be a couple of different 2 pictures of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z,
Okay, yeah.
and I just I got the quote. The quote's fine. I just never went and got it done. Yeah,
Do you think you'd still get it done?
at some point probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would look sick. So
Yeah, it would.
Have you noticed the new trend? A lot of the bald guys are getting the tattoos on their heads now.
never in my life I will never do that.
But I'll say this: a lot of them seem like they're going under like anesthesia, which I don't think that's the same, bro. I don't know. I wouldn't be like because like that's like a badge of honor in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, if you get that skull tattoo, bro, you're a badass. But like if you go under anesthesia, it's not the same, bro. Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's kind of pussy. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Yeah.
man up and get
Like,
your
that's
ball.
part of the whole process of getting a tattoo. You know?
Yeah.
Ashlyn was telling me that there are people that'll go under anesthesia, and they'll have multiple tattoo artists like work on them all at once.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
And
something.
they'll get like full sleeves, like back pieces done.
You're
And then
fucking
I
pussy.
actually read not that long ago that there was a person that did that, and they actually died
Yeah, you can
because
get fucked up.
the pain and trauma response. It just didn't go well with their body. So
And if you're super muscular, I think you can get pretty messed up from doing stuff like that. Like
Probably.
that happened to Big Boy. Honestly, what I heard, I don't know if that's true or not, but he was like, supposedly he had like they put him up like this, and he tore some biceps, I guess, because he was like he tore some muscles because he was under anesthesia. I don't know how that works, but
Damn.
You see the guys though that don't get hair transplanted, they do tattoos of hair. Have you seen this?
that looks
They
bad.
do. It's fucking ghetto. But anyway,
I actually know a guy that did get his like hair tattooed on, and I did not tell. I could not tell, and I'd be around him for quite a few times, and I'm like, how do you get your hair like to like stay like that? He's like, dude, it's like tattooed on, and I'm like, I'm looking really close to it. Man, he was taller than me, and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, that actually looks pretty good.
See, I know a kid that has it. It's pretty noticeable, and I didn't think it looked that good. But I guess it depends on the person and who the tattoo artist is and all that, probably.
Those guys that get the beard tattooed on, that looks like trash.
Dude, I feel like having the tattoos that I have, I feel like they're just like there's numbing cream now. I'm like, dude, they didn't have that fucking shit 10, 15 years ago. Just fucking be a man. Like,
man up.
Get it done. Man the fuck up if you want. Yeah. Man up if you want.
Before we introduce Jesse, what's up, Jesse?
What's up? Sorry, I didn't realize my phone was on Do Not Disturb. I was waiting, like checking to see if you sent the thing, and then I opened it. Sorry, my bad.
Welcome, brother.
It's all
welcome.
good.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any tattoos you regret? Or like you're like, I wouldn't get that again.
I have some that aren't that great, but they're not like horrible either. So they sort of just blend in, you know.
Yeah.
But if you have some that you're like, I don't know, like luckily most of mine, like with tanning and stuff for bodybuilding, they sort of just blend in now. So
yeah,
nothing that's too horrible. But I've seen some pretty rough stuff too, though, like from other people.
For sure. All right, Jesse, what's happening, bro?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, man?
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
Yeah, are you? How many weeks? Are you 3 weeks out?
3, yeah. Yep. Like I was saying, I'm feeling pretty fatigued at this point. Like I feel good, but like the fatigue really hit me this weekend. But other than that, it is what it is.
Yeah. You're excited though?
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel good. Same like this week. I kind of started feeling fatigued. I'm like, it's 5 weeks from Thursday, and I felt good after the show last weekend because I got a little bit of food, and it was just like the rush after the show, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, I'm in prep again. Kind of like wore off.
You doing USAs?
North Americans.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
So you guys like go right back to like high cardio, or was like you get to taper back down on cardio and stuff, or taper like bring food up a little bit, or not really? Still
just
pretty hard.
Just for like a couple days. Like I ate after the show, like that night, and then I had a little breakfast the next day, and then cardio, which isn't that high right now, but it's like 40 minutes, so back to that Monday. So it's not bad. Like it's better than last prep. The cardio was a lot higher.
Yeah, but just being in shape is hard too, though. So
yeah, right. But it's all good. It's fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So for people that don't really know, like, what's your story like getting into bodybuilding?
That's weird because I was trying to think of that the other day when you said when you were asking me. It's kind of a long. Well, so I've been training for like 23 years. I started training when I was 19. I'm 44 now.
Yeah.
So I've been in the gym for like 20 something years, but I've done a bunch of different shit. And like when I first started training, I was like really fat. I was like a 19-year-old, just fat, just out of shape. And I was working with a bodybuilder, and I just kind of like emulated what he was doing. And, bought the magazines and shit. This was back in 2001. So there was, no internet or anything. Or I didn't have internet. So I just read magazines, learned how to eat. And I thought I would compete then. This was 20 years ago. And I didn't get around to doing it until I was 40. I did a bunch of, different shit. Always training, but just never like walked in. And then when I was like 40, 41, I was like, dude, you better fucking do this or you're never going to do it. So that was it. And then, yeah, it's past 4 years have just been like super dialed and trying to make the most of it before I'm too old.
Hell yeah. Let me,
Jesse, super heavyweight or
No, heavyweight.
heavy?
Yeah.
Nice.
let me
Where do you
turn the
live?
profile
Where
up
you
on you.
Cape Cod.
Okay, nice.
Oh,
Oh,
Actually,
nice.
Nate, I train at same gym as one of your clients, Dan
Okay.
Lucy.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yep.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Yeah,
There's
so
not
you're
much of like,
you're a local boy too.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's not much of like a bodybuilding community on the Cape,
Right.
which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
There's only like a few of us, but
Are you near? Are you near that Plymouth powerhouse by any chance?
no, I mean I'm not far from it, but I live like 2 minutes from the gym me and Dan train at, and then there's a gym down Cape that I'll go and train like legs.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll go to Powerhouse, but it's over the bridge, and there's something weird about driving over the bridge when you're on the Cape. It feels like it's like
Yeah. Far
a
away.
world away.
Right.
Well, the traffic on like Sagamore and Bourne Bridge is
Brutal.
pretty brutal in the summer.
Yeah. So I kind of stay on the Cape.
Who's
Make the
who's
most
your
of it.
coach? If you don't mind me asking.
What's that?
Who are you working with for a coach?
I basically just do my own thing. I have my buddy Andrew Sears, kind
Okay.
of like is like a second eye,
Nice.
second set of eyes for me. Helps me out with my posing, but I've just been doing my own thing.
Oh yeah. That's sick.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
Jesse, that's really hard to do, man. I coached myself for a few years myself, and that's difficult. So
yeah.
kudos to you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I've worked with people in the past, so I've like used a lot of shit that
Right.
I've learned over the years.
You've been doing it for a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do differently
this-
for last year? Mike was probably about to ask, but you made a big
Yeah,
transformation.
exactly.
Here.
Honestly, man, I didn't do much different. I think so like I said, I trained for 20 years and I was actually natural for like those first 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I think my body over the past few years, when I made the switch, it's just, I've been like, I don't have a lot of miles on me,
Right.
and yeah, so I mean, it really didn't change anything. Just execute it every day, treat my off season like I'm in prep, no different, just more food, less cardio.
Yeah.
And that's really it, man. Honestly, just doing what we do. But
Jesse, kudos to you. Kudos to you, brother, for not working out for 6 months and then turning to trend like today's society.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know it's funny, man. It's weird because like my father always raised me like, because he competed a little bit and he was always natural. So I was always told like, stay natural, which is not bad advice. And then when I was 40, dude, my body just was not responding anymore to anything the way it was. Like my diet, like I could just see things were just kind of like going the opposite direction. And so I got blood work done and it was I was in rough shape. My test levels were like 140 or something. So I was like, well, I'm just definitely going to get on TRT. And then that completely changed. Everything just came back to life. And that's where it kind of reinvigorated me like, oh, maybe I do have a chance of like competing and kind of going all in on this. And then obviously kicked everything else up.
That's a crazy side shot there,
Yeah,
Jesse.
your wheels look awesome, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I assume you're doing open and masters at North Americans?
Yeah, definitely. I'll do everything that I can, do 40, 35 and then open.
Absolutely.
Might as well,
One thing I wanted to touch on, not really bodybuilding related, but I think everybody will find that's very interesting. is this the post? So prior to bodybuilding,
Yeah.
no,
Look
this
at my
isn't it.
legs there, dude.
You biked across the whole country. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Oh,
Man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I've
Yeah.
always been in the gym, but I always seem to get myself distracted with some other shit that like wasn't conducive to competing, you know? Like, and uh yeah, I've done a lot of different like kind of crazy shit like that.
I mean, you
Just
biked across the entire
So
country. I
what
mean,
was it?
there's not that many people that
Yeah.
have done that. Like, that's just such an incredible life experience, man.
It was, dude. It was an unbelievable experience for sure.
great and psychotic at the same time.
What's that?
I
Yeah,
said
great.
that's awesome and psychotic at the same time.
Absolutely. Yeah, that sums me up pretty much.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
That just
wild.
So
How long did it take?
So I actually did. So I rode from the Atlantic to the Pacific, and that took 80 days exactly. Um, and then when I got to the Pacific, I like wasn't done. I wanted to keep going. So I got to the Pacific basically on the border of Washington and Oregon, and I rode all the way down like to Mexico, and then stopped there. Ran out of.
He just forced Gumped right on a fucking
I was
bike.
just about, I was just about to make a joke. I'm like, did anyone like start biking with you, and then you just stopped? Like, I'm done. And like, that's it.
That was basically it, man. Like, well, I'm out of money. I'm out of road. I don't have a passport, so I guess I'll go home now.
You're like, honey, come and pick me up now. I'm done.
Yeah.
Did you ride back home, or did you like
No,
catch a flight?
no. I shipped my bike and got on a plane like a wimp.
No, I don't. That's
Yeah,
not
no.
win status. That's
Yeah.
that you already won all the awards there. I mean, you just won.
what's
Yeah.
what's the craziest thing to you that happened on that trip? Like, what were some of the like
Shit.
crazier things?
Yeah, this was like 10 years ago now, so it's hard to remember. What was cool is I wrote a blog, so like it's because I knew I'd forget half the shit, you know. So it's all out there, but
Oh shit.
I can't think of anything. I mean, one thing that was like overwhelming from the whole trip was just like it reinvigorated my like faith in people. Like I met so many cool random strangers that would like take me in, let me, sleep on their couch, let me pitch my tent in their backyard, whatever. Like
Wow,
so
Yeah.
many cool people.
that's
Um,
incredible.
yeah, like that really changed my perception of people, because it's easy to like fall into that, everybody's in your way and annoying and out for themselves and shit. And people were so cool. So that was really good. I don't know. A lot of wild shit happened, man. The interestingly enough, the picture that showed me at the end of that hiking trail, that was a shorter journey, but I through hiked the Colorado Trail. It goes from Denver to Durango. It's 500 miles, and
Jesus.
that was fucking wild. It was only 30 days, but that was like the most intense shit I've ever done. And
Damn.
I definitely almost fucking bought the farm like 3 or 4 times on that trip. So like,
No shit.
yeah, a couple lightning strikes, forest fire, hypothermia. Like that was wild. The bike trip was like intense, and it was hard days and shit. But living out like in the wilderness, I have a backpack in the middle of nowhere in the Rockies
Yeah.
was fucking hard and
Crazy.
Well,
pretty wild.
guys, I guess we know who is the
Yeah.
most manly in this current podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I don't know.
That's
Manly or
crazy.
like bored. Stupid.
That's crazy.
Jesse, how long did you think? How long did you think about doing it before you actually did it?
So the bike trip, man, it was funny. So real quick, the way I got into cycling, this was so weird. I used to train MMA and I got hurt sparring, broke a couple ribs, and I couldn't train. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't lift. I couldn't do any of the shit that was doing at the time. So I bought a bike. I was like, I got to stay in shape. Maybe I'll do a triathlon or something. So I bought a bike. I started riding all the time and then fell in love with it. And then a year later was like, I'm going to ride across the country
Damn.
because I just kept riding like further and further distances. And so basically like I thought of it and a year later I did it. So I saved for like a year and kind of just like shut my life down. I wasn't, to be honest, when I left, I wasn't even like planning on necessarily coming back. I was kind of like closed up shop here and like left. So yeah, that I just planned for about a year and then did it. And the
That's
Colorado
awesome.
Trail, I was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, but I couldn't. I ended up getting engaged, bought a house. I couldn't justify like taking 6 months off from work and living in the woods for 6 months. So like, I'll do 30 days.
That's awesome. I have friends that did the Appalachian Trail. It's the same thing. Like people will show up at certain mile markers with food, like you
Yeah,
say, bring it to your house, not even question it, give you shower, clothing, whatever you
it's so
needed.
cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
My uncle Bill actually hiked the entire Appalachian Trail, just him and his dog.
Wow.
And he was telling me that he'll never do that again because once he got deep in there, like he was hearing some weird shit. And you always hear some crazy stories about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's why.
crazy.
Yeah. When you're out there in the middle of nowhere, dude, it starts getting squirrely for sure.
Jesse, do you keep in touch with any of the people from like the bike trip that like may have opened up their home or anything, or
Um,
make any connections?
yeah, like, through social media and stuff, there's still people who, we follow each other. Um, so yeah, so there's that. Yeah, definitely some of them.
Are they
And
like
some
what
I
the
think
fuck?
of, what's that?
Are they like what
Which,
the fuck? You're huge as hell now.
yeah, 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 yeah. They're like, cause I was probably 175, 180 pounds. And so every once in a while when I throw a post up, I'll get like a response from somebody who knew me then. And I had like dreads that were like, down here, and they're like, what the fuck? There's
Yeah,
two of you now.
first time I saw that shit, dude, I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, no way that was you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
How heavy was like your backpack and equipment that you had on when you were cycling as well?
So cycling, I didn't weigh everything when I left, but I definitely had like now, like I started getting rid of shit. Like by the time I got to Wyoming, the crosswinds in Wyoming or the headwinds were so bad that I had like, cause I had like 4 panniers, like bags on the front, 2 on the
Yep.
back. I got rid of the ones on the front cause it was just like a sail. And, by then I was able to like live with so much less gear. So I had like half the amount of shit by the time I got to like Wyoming that I left with. And then when I did that Colorado trail, I learned from the bike trail, my base weight for my Colorado trail, that backpack in the picture with me is all I had. So it was base weight with no food was 10 pounds. So that was like
Okay.
everything I had in just a little backpack. Cause it's like, you're either going to be comfortable hiking all day or you're going to be comfortable like at camp. You can't be both, you know what I mean? So you can have a bunch of like creature comforts and you can be uncomfortable carrying them all day. Or you can just be like, well, I'm going to be hiking all day, so I'd rather be comfortable hiking and just have nothing when I get to camp.
Right.
Just eat cold dinner and fucking, go to bed.
Damn.
Damn.
Did you ever live off the land at any point? Like eat any cool berries or catch any fish?
No, I was too fucking lazy and tired, dude. I just would eat like, I'd eat like I'd like eat like spam and like crushed up fucking potato chips and granola and shit like that, peanut butter, and go to bed. Drink dirty water.
What'd you eat when you got back?
Oh,
Everything.
dude. Well, the best was like, so I'd pack like 4 day. So I like planned the route, and I'd figure like, okay, I'll pack like 4 days worth of food, and then I'll get down to a road, hitchhike into a town, and then like resupply. And when I get into the town, I'm going to fucking eat whatever I can get my hands on. So it would be like, go get a couple beers, nachos, but just like fucking eat everything. And then back to the trail and just tuna. And then, So, dude, to answer your question, I don't even know. I ate anything anything that wasn't nailed down, And you're burning it all off, and you
Oh,
don't give a shit what
yeah,
you
you
look
can
like,
probably eat whatever
obviously.
you
So,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I bet it tastes so
Yeah.
damn good too.
Oh,
Like I
dude.
bet like that. I
It's
bet
wild,
the hunger
too.
level.
I'll never forget, like, this was, like, the strangest thing, too. I was in this little town in Got into town, I was soaking. I almost, like, I thought I was going to get like hypothermia. I had to get over this mountain pass called San Juan Pass. The storm was coming in. It was crazy. And got over this pass onto this like logging road, freezing cold, soaking wet. These hunters were like driving down their truck, saw me. They let me hop in the back of their truck, drove me, which was because it was going to be like another 10-mile walk down this dirt road. Dropped me off at this bar. I go into this bar, order a plate of nachos and a beer. Like, I got to do fucking laundry. I look to my left. You'd only find this shit in Colorado. There's literally 2 washing machines in the bar. So I take my clothes, throw them in there. I'm sitting there in my rain gear at the bar, just like plate of nachos, burger, just doing my laundry. I'm like, it's weird how shit works out.
Hell yeah.
Jeez.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
What's going on, Luke?
Anyway, I don't want to hijack the bodybuilding podcast with
No, I think this is friggin' awesome. It's like you biked like, probably close to 4,000 miles,
5,500.
That's how much it was total? Because
because it went like all over and then up and down.
Don't undersell him.
Yeah, right.
Wow. So you bike 5,500 miles, and then you get home, and then you're like, okay, now I'm gonna get fucking huge.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's what happened,
dude.
It was wild too.
Probably slept for a month, and then
I know. Yeah, I did, dude. What was crazy too is and I was still natural time. I got gyno when I got home when I started training, and I was like, I didn't even know what was going on because I didn't even like know about gyno, and I'm looking it up, and one of the ways I guess you can get gyno is like reverse malnourishment, whatever you call that. So going from like being malnourished to like the complete opposite. So I actually got gyno without being on gear or anything.
Wow,
not like bad, but like
yeah,
pretty random. Yeah.
All right, so back to bodybuilding. What was this last off season looking like for you? Because I mean, you put on what 10 pounds of stage weight, 12 pounds of stage weight ish.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because I was 214 last year, and then I was 224 and a half this year, and my conditioning was better. So probably 10 pounds, a little bit more. The off season was just I think one of the big things is it was my first time coming from a show and reversing out. So I think my body just responded obviously really well for that first time, and just being just consistent with reintroducing food and again, not missing anything, not missing a meal. But it wasn't anything really different from like, what I guess I would call my off season before, which hadn't done a show before that, but I would still do, like push and pull. So it was honestly, dude, it was nothing really different. It just kind of pushing past where I had been before,
I don't know if they asked you this already before I got on, but are you self-coached, Jesse, or do you work with somebody?
Yeah, no, for the most part, I do my own thing. I have like my buddy Andrew Sears is like kind of a second set of eyes for me. But now I just do my own thing.
That's cool.
Jesse, how tall are you? If you don't mind us asking.
I'm 5'9".
Okay.
Good height.
What's happening, Doug?
What's going on, fellas?
Doug, you got to listen to the beginning of this, man. Good story with Jesse here. You got to go. You got to watch the first 15, 20 minutes.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm just getting back from my. I had my kickball games on Sundays.
Did you win today?
Yeah, thank God.
Last week's podcast.
Yeah, thank God. We beat the shit out of the team we played too. We 10-run rolled them.
Oh, there you go. Good. What's up? So Chris actually got a shit ton of good questions this week.
Yep.
Do you have them pulled up at all, Chris? I took a screenshot of what you said.
I think I wrote them down in my notes on my phone. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Hey, first of all, Luke, congratulations on the athlete sponsorship, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Luke, I didn't see this. I've been in Instagram jail, so I've just been staying off social media.
Condemned Labs signed me.
Oh, nice.
Oh hell yeah,
you,
man.
bro.
That's awesome, bro.
Congratulations.
Good old
Thank
Mike
you.
Nichols.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
That's
I'm
great.
excited, man. It'll be
Is
good.
John Kotler still with them?
I don't think so.
No.
I just worked with Mike and their athlete rep, this dude Luke.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
dealer.
Yep. Yeah.
So he was with Muscle Tech before, and now he's with them. So,
The
but yeah,
company
man.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying the company I work for actually manufactures all of Condemned Labs' products.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So
Good stuff, bro.
they have good stuff. They have good ingredients and everything in there. Their pre
Yeah.
workout strong as hell.
And it's good people too. Like
Yeah.
Mike, the CEO, bro. Like he really cares about bodybuilding. He cares about his athletes. Like he's a good dude. So I'm
That's
always
awesome.
down to give my money to good people.
Luke, is he good now, man? Because I know he was in the hospital. Was it late last year or early this year? Do you know?
I didn't ask him about it, and I didn't want
Okay.
to. But
Yeah.
he seems to be doing all right from
Good.
the conversations we've had. But
All right.
yeah, he seems to be doing all right.
And Nate, congrats to you, brother. You just it's an anniversary or something with you and the lovely Amanda, man.
Thank you. Flying up there to go see her tomorrow, actually. So
That's awesome, Nate.
nice.
Yeah, she's a good woman. You guys look awesome together too. I like seeing when good guys have a quality woman by their side because it makes all the difference in the world, man.
Yeah.
she's legit. She's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
She's looking crazy too.
Yeah, she's getting ready for North American. So she's getting peeled now. Getting crazy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's in how many weeks?
6
Like
weeks.
6, right? Yeah.
I know
Some,
a month.
some masters.
It's gonna be a good time. Like he's doing it. Jesse, he's doing North American. Dougie.
The
Yeah.
word. Oh, that's what's up. What
And then
division?
people I know doing it. Yeah.
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight. Oh, that's what's up. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
I'll be down there. You know what I'm saying? I go down there every year.
Awesome.
Dougie, I'll be at North Americans too because Ashland's
the best.
brother's doing that show as well. So hopefully,
That's where I won my
Austin's
pro
doing it?
card.
yeah, Ashland's
every
brother's
year.
going to be doing that show.
Is he's hitting a qualifier in Texas first?
Yeah, he's doing the Texas Pro Am.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's shredded already.
dude, he's
he's
peeled. Yeah.
shredded.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, and then he's going to do North American. So we're gonna drive there. It's like good 13-hour drive to Pittsburgh.
Oh, what's the 13-hour drive from where? Where the fuck you coming from?
Well, okay, I've made that trip to Pittsburgh from Massachusetts before, and I got caught in traffic. So it's only like a 9 or 10-hour drive, and I didn't get there one time to 14 hours.
Fuck.
It's it's a good like 7.5 from Connecticut.
What about
I'm
a flight?
flying, dude. I booked a flight. You just said 13 hours. I was like, wow, where are you coming from? And then I realized I'm like, oh, Massachusetts, same place I am, but I'm
Yeah, you're down
flying.
the Cape, so you're probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me if you're over the bridge.
Yeah.
No biking
The
for you.
flight's easy though.
No,
You'll
I gotta start now.
I've done that drive to Pittsburgh twice now for North Americans, and
It's got to be way farther from Maine.
Bro, it took me like 16 hours, 17
Oh
hours.
God, bro! If I drive 16 hours, I can make it to Florida.
Yeah, bro, it's what it took me to go from Pittsburgh down here, bro. It was like 17, 18 hours.
Whoa, that means
There's
that's
no way
a
I would
long ass
drive.
fucking stretch from Maine
Terrible.
to fucking Pennsylvania.
Terrible.
Luke, where are you now?
I'm in Tampa.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I just got down here at the beginning of June, first couple days of
He's a
June.
Floridian now.
Do you like it?
Yeah, bro, it's really nice down here. Yeah, the gyms are good, the people are good, the weather's nice, so I'm happy.
Luke, you got the first couple of minutes. Nate was talking about how you beat him up in legs the other day.
Dude, we just trained a couple hours ago, bro. Still shaking over here.
Luke, have you seen a gator yet?
Huh?
Have you seen a gator yet?
Have I seen a gator? Nah, bro. I gotta get into the trenches for that.
Luke's going to be out in the bayou soon.
Yeah.
Catching bullfrogs and gators.
I'm gonna be wrestling them, bro.
We're actually gonna try and get a little YouTube stuff going. Me and Luke.
Yeah, bro.
Oh hell
yeah. All right, so do you guys wear jeans? I know that was one of the questions.
Bro,
yes. What jeans do you guys wear?
I have 2 pairs of them, and they're like the stretchy fucking things, and that's the only shit I can get into. And I'll just rewear the shit out of them, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wear
know,
jeans. I
do
don't
you?
have a lot, so when I buy a pair of jeans, I like to buy a nice pair of jeans. My favorite jeans to wear is those purple jeans. I like those.
Is that
What
Vans?
brand though? Do you know?
It's purple. It's called purple.
Oh, the brand's
Okay.
called
Oh,
Purple.
it's
I thought they were
called
actually
Benzo?
purple jeans. I thought they were purple
I was
jeans.
like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Big Pimpin'.
Yeah.
I'm like Luke. I
Yeah,
have two pair of jeans, but they don't get worn because they just look. I don't know, man. They just look silly.
Bro, you look
Like they
dumb as
just
fuck, bro. Anytime
they.
I'll think in my head sometimes if I gotta go somewhere, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put on this, and it's gonna look great, bro. And I put it on, and I look in the mirror, and I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro? That looks so retarded.
Yeah.
that's
I
the
hate
problem.
it.
It's like you get bigger, and then you want to wear some nice clothes or something,
Yeah,
and it just does not look good on
bro.
you.
And
When you
No.
then I start getting mad. I start sweating. I gotta change my clothes, bro. It's a whole fucking
No, I
thing,
love the way I look in clothes, especially a nice pair of jeans. Shit, a
bro.
nice shirt. And see me, if I'm wearing jeans, I'm going somewhere. And if you invite me somewhere and I'm supposed to wear something like that, you better fucking tell me. Because if you don't, I'm showing up in sweats.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
same way.
Same. I'm the same way. I'll
Yeah,
ask my friends all the time, like, "Hey, what are we doing for what's like the dress code?" You know, they're like, "Don't wear sweatpants."
yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta tell me
Yeah.
that. If you
Yep.
don't tell me
I
that,
don't know.
No
I'll
sweatpants,
show
Yep.
up
fine. It's
function.
shorts and a t-shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I wear Crocs?
That too. That too. You
Crocs
better
or
tell
Jordans?
me.
That's pretty much all I got.
Yep.
I have a few pairs of there's this place, I don't even know if the business is around anymore. It's called Buckle, and they had two brands of jean in there. One was called BKE, and the other one was called Salvage. And those are like made for like bigger leg guys, and they would stretch in different directions. And then I have a couple pairs of Hudson jeans and Buffalo by David Bitton. And like those ones all stretch in so many directions. It just sucks because it's like the cheapest pair is like $100.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta pay.
Yeah.
And then when you take them off, bro, you gotta peel those motherfuckers off your leg.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
you gotta get like Levi's makes like stretchy jeans, but the waist will be like too big, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's like
fat
you gotta
people.
like,
Yeah.
yep,
That's like that with all my jeans. So I have to just wear a belt and
yep,
just, then if I'm in prep and my waist shrinks down, I have to drill holes in the belt just to keep,
yeah,
and then the thing's like flopping.
yeah,
It's a whole ordeal.
yeah. It's a process.
Dude, I'm just going off your list, Chris.
Do you have
What's a
my
gentleman?
list?
Yeah, I got your list.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if you want me.
I got your
I typed
list.
mine on my notepad. So
Do the next question? I'm gonna go Nate here first. But the question is for everybody. But do you ever doubt yourself in prep?
Oh yeah, every day.
Yeah.
The way I put it is like one day I'll be like Mr. Olympia, and the next day I'll be the worst bodybuilder on earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm so good right
Yeah.
now, and the next day,
Yep.
like, you suck. You are horrible.
Yeah.
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 Or same day, like in the morning, have a good morning.
Yep.
And by nighttime, you're just like, fucking go to bed.
It's definitely
What a piece of
that's
shit.
the way it goes. It's like you'll wake up looking dry and crispy, then you
Yeah.
get a little bit of carbs in there, then you get a pump in the gym, and there's veins and striations everywhere.
Yeah.
And then like later on at night when you deflate, you just look at
Yeah, it
yourself and you're like,
spills over.
I'm such a piece of shit.
Go to bed.
I'm terrible.
Go to bed.
The other night I posed with Sid to like get my posing right, and I had worked out, trained legs. I had 40 minutes of cardio post workout, and it was a low carb day.
You
And he's
do
like,
cardio after training legs?
I have enough cardio that I have to do both. So I do fasted and then I do post workout.
I feel you, Dougie. There's no way I would do that shit. Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck
I
that.
had to do that too. I hear you.
I haven't done cardio after legs, and I'm not. It'd be hard to pose. I was just about to say. I was trying to
that's what
pose
happened.
after leg day on Thursday because my video guy was with me, and my legs were shaking like crazy trying to fucking pose
That's
after
what
leg
happened.
day. I hate
Sid
trying
was
to
like,
pose.
fire your quads, fire your quads, fire your quads. I'm like,
Yeah,
I am
okay.
firing my quads.
They're fired.
They just fucking happened.
They got fired.
They're firing. They're just misfiring.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike's getting pissed at him.
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah,
you're
when
at
I was
that
like,
point,
come
like you
on, like
said.
I am, bro. There's just nothing
You're
wrong.
like, bro, I'm doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
All
you
right,
know,
we're done
it's
here.
crazy
We're
because
done here. Go get something to eat.
even Nate, even though like you always show up peeled on stage and you're just getting bigger and bigger every freaking year, it's crazy that even at the professional level and stuff, like there is always doubt. Like
Yeah.
those some of those days when you're just depleted and tired and hungry, like your emotions can get to you, man.
Bro, I'm already
Absolutely.
doing it, bro.
You
I'm
gotta have
like,
that percent like that says the other way. You know what I mean? Like, because even right now in off season, it's like I wake up in the morning sometimes. I'm like, bro, I just want to go on a mini cut, but you just got to keep pushing and like think
yeah.
about like the greater goal. You know what I mean? Because like we always have those doubts in our mind, no matter if it's off season prep. Like, because there's some times where I'm like, man, am I too fat right now? Should I pull back? Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You got those voices talking to you and shit, but like you just got to have that sort of like blind faith of following the plan. I guess you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
Trust the
Yeah.
process.
yeah.
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 But wait, does that doubt fire you guys up though, or is it kind of just depressing? Like you said, pack it and go to bed.
I think for most of us, we understand it, and it's not really a doubt. It's
Yeah.
more of a we
Question.
don't like we have body dysmorphia. All of us have it. We struggle with
100%.
it, and I think that the doubt is more of just like Nate said, it's going through the process. It's a part of the process. Every prep I've ever done, the show I won my pro debut. I swear I was gonna go home. You know what I'm saying? I felt like
Wow.
there's no way I'm gonna be able to beat these dudes. They do this for a living. And I'm saying, I'm like, I still work a 9 to 5. Like that's how my mind was. Could have tricked myself out of my only fucking victory. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like legit about to be like, I'm about to just go home. My wife wasn't with me. My coach wasn't with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like Nate said, you just gotta trust the process and go through the process. And for the majority of us, we have enough shows under our belt where it's like Nate said, in my off season, I definitely be like, yo, I'm fat as hell right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see my serratus, but it's like you shouldn't see your serratus right now because you need body fat to grow muscle.
Yeah.
So that's a sacrifice that you have to make in your off season to grow muscle. When you cut back down, it'll go down. So that's why I have them same things. Like maybe I should do a mini cut, but I want to see my abs more defined. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that body dysmorphia that we all struggle with on some level.
I
Don't
think
you think
that's
like
I think that's the voice in your head that is trying to get you back to some sort of equilibrium. It's like when you're dieting and you're hungry, it's like your mind's like, "Hey, you should eat this food." It doesn't taste any different
yeah.
because you're in prep. And then like when you're off season and when like, you're starting the scale's starting to go up and you're starting to not look as sharp as you were, and it's like maybe you should do a mini cut because the body's fairly resilient and doesn't always want to change. It's that you got to mentally keep pushing through all that with pushing the cardio and the diet or shoveling food in your mouth.
You see other people too, like social media, even if you're like impervious to it for the most part, you see some guys that are like, I feel like this is more popular now too, like guys staying more conditioned like throughout the entire year. And I know some guys can do that, but I feel like people fit like not everyone needs to do that. Like Doug was saying, like a lot of us need to put on body fat, like to grow.
Well, this is
Um,
this is the thing too. Is the bigger you get, the leaner you'll naturally be able to stay in your off seasons too. So like when you were coming
mhm.
up, bro, like I'm sure we all had that one off season at the beginning of our career where we were just straight up just fat,
Yeah.
Facts.
just fat as
My
fuck,
Yeah.
first one.
Oh, I
like
was a chode.
fat as fuck. And so like that has to happen. And like anyone that's ever gotten really big has probably gone through that at some point. And then every off season you're a little leaner and it's a little easier to stay leaner. Even if you get a little sloppy here and there, you kind of realize, oh shit, I'm not that fat. I'm not as fat as I was. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, dude,
Yeah.
that off season that I was a fat piece of shit was probably the most locked in I've ever been, bro. Straight up. I didn't fucking everything. I didn't have a cheat meal for like a fucking year, but I was fucking obese, bro. So like this past off season, I was, pigging out once a week and like swapping foods for bagels and shit like that because, calories got so high and I did what I had to do. But like it's just easier to stay leaner and that's just part of the progression.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like
want to
Jordan
stay
Jordan
as
Hutchinson,
lean.
Jordan Hutchinson is a great example of this because me and Jordan have been following each other for a while, and he used to get sloppy fat in his off seasons. Like he wouldn't look like much, And now his off seasons, he's like damn near has strided glutes, and he's putting
Yeah.
on like 10 plus pounds of muscle.
Crazy.
And it's just because the dude's gotten way bigger. I doubt his approach has really changed that much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Chris,
But I think
I know Chris Tuttle definitely like keeps his guys a lot tighter too in the off
Yeah,
season.
but he worked when I got fat as fuck. I was with Chris, and he was with Chris at that time. So like Chris at the same
Oh no
time,
shit. Okay.
yeah. So like that's how me and Jordan prep. We were both in prep at the same time in 2021. We were both being coached by Chris. That was kind of how like whatever we started following each other. But that off season that I got fucking fat as shit, that was with him.
No, I
So
retract my statement then.
he does naturally speaking like he I do feel like he kind of stays a little more reserved overall. But he clearly, you know, depending on the person, I needed to put a lot of muscle on, right? So clearly wasn't afraid to push me up.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
Jordan
because
used to be the same way too, you know?
ultimately you want to stay in as best condition as you can
Oh, for
in
sure.
the off season, or because then you are in better condition on show day.
Well,
You
it's
know what
just
I'm
a
saying?
point. It's just a point of diminishing returns, or like once you
Yeah,
get up to a certain point, every pound above that, it's
yeah,
just junk. You're not. It's
yeah.
just shit you got to pull off when you turn around on the other side. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, because I mean, I've heard stories where it's the opposite. I've heard stories where that one dude who used to always compete with Jay and Ronnie, what was his name? That Marcus Rule guy, that
Yeah.
he would eat cheesecake the week before a show, but he did so much cardio, and like certain people can different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Something else that I wasn't really aware of is most guys who are naturally skinny, when you start running gear, you can get away with shit that
Oh
fat
yeah.
people like myself can't get away with.
100%.
So I can't eat a pack of Oreos in my off season. I'll
Yeah.
get fat as fuck doing
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
like that.
Me
But
too.
some other people can do it and it works for them. And it's not to say that
Yeah.
everybody can fucking do it, but everybody's body is different and responds different. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
and
saying?
Yeah.
That was
I
what I
think that
learned in my fat off season is I can't eat a lot of fucking junk food. If I eat a lot of fucking junk food, I'm gonna get fat as fuck.
Yeah.
I think it boils down. I think it boils down to your metabolism. You know what I mean? Like
It's just
every
body
one of us
types.
on this,
Yeah.
yeah, everyone on this podcast does a different job, like full time and everything like that. I know, at least for me, I need a shit ton of food. I could eat off plan, like probably 2 or 3 times a week in the off season because of the job that I do, and I put in like 15 to 20,000 steps a day in a freaking heat box of 120 degrees. So it's like
Wow.
Yeah.
I can get away with that shit versus somebody who is just like, say, like Nate wouldn't be able to do that because of like what he does for a job. You know what I mean? Like he still
Mhm.
has to do cardio in the off season
Yeah, if you got a
he doesn't
sedentary
as
job,
much
if
as he
you
doesn't
sit
want to do
down,
it or something.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, if you're
exactly. You know
sitting
what I
down
mean? Like
70% of your day, you better not be doing no shit like that.
right. Two different jobs, two different atmospheres, two different metabolisms. Like everybody's has a different metabolism and body structure and everything like that. So it's gonna one person can do one thing, but the other can't. Like that's
What
why
I've found works best as far as like pushing up in off seasons, at least for me, is like getting to a new body weight. I feel like if you run any sort of extended amount of off season, like as long as it's more than like, I don't know, the better of 8 plus months, if you consistently try to progress your body weight, eventually you're gonna get fat, in my opinion. I
Yep.
feel like it's a lot more effective to kind of touch a new body weight and then
Yeah,
hold there, solidify it, kind of recomp at that weight.
yeah, because
Like
then your body's got to
really,
adjust to it. A weight that
yeah,
it's never
because
been before. Like when I'm
exactly.
sure Nate can expound more on it because I'm sure when you hit that 300 or whatever high it was, it shit's different until your body adjusts to you being able to
Yeah.
carry
Well,
that weight around.
it's funny because like literally, you guys saw my story yesterday. I literally said the same exact thing. Like I've been at 300 now for like almost 2 weeks, and me and my coach are just trying to solidify that, hold that, and recomp it over time with training and gear. You know what I mean? So like the next 10 weeks, we're trying to just stay at 300 and try to make it clean it up and make it look a little bit better instead of going up to like 310 and just adding
Yeah.
that body fat that we don't really need, like we were saying earlier. You
Yeah,
know?
like if you're still in a like if you're eating enough food, you're on androgens, whatever, you're training your ass off, you're gonna have enough resources to build muscle. That
Mm.
scale doesn't always need to be climbing Focus on your gym progression, focus on recovery, things like that, your visuals, and like you're gonna notice, change over time. Like for me, I mean, I blew up like after my rebound after USA's last year, and I started my off season at like almost 280, and my entire off season, the highest I got was 290, but I held 290 from like fucking January to the beginning of June when I started dieting. So I just held it. When I came off gear, the weight held. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't dropping because of just water retention and all this shit that you see all the time. Like I built the tissue and then I held it for a while. And then now, as I've been, in prep for the last whatever 6-7 weeks, it's not like all this junk is just falling off me. My
Yeah.
food's still pretty high, and I'm losing at like a gradual rate.
Mhm.
I got a question for
Oh,
Jesse. If it, sorry, Mike. I got a question for
no,
Jesse if
no.
I can.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, what's changing, or anything changing, Jesse, from your most recent show to the North Americans? Or you use the same plan, protocol, everything else walking in?
Yeah, no, everything's the same. I mean, I want to obviously like so this last show that I did was like totally last minute. I decided the week before to just really just to get some stage time. Um,
Yeah, you were
so
qualified from last year, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So this was like totally last minute,
yeah.
and I'm really glad I did it because it was fun and more experience. But no, nothing's really changing. It was good to see how I actually looked like under the lights, because all I have is check-in pictures to go by.
Yep.
Um, so that was good. So just keep kind of like pushing and pulling, obviously come in more conditioned, but I, you know, felt good. Like I'm close to where I want to be or where I should be for, 5 weeks out, 5.5 weeks out, whatever it is now.
Good.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
just keep doing what I'm doing.
kind of going off of what we were talking about before, but this is for you to start, Jesse. Obviously you had a great rebound your last show. Um, the question is the most optimal post-show rebound strategies. I know everybody does it a different way, but what was your strategy for your rebound from Connecticut till now?
Um, so basically it did like 12 to 14. It was probably, there were like basically 12 to 14 week phases. So like, kind of a health phase. Like when I came out of the show, I went kind of right into a health phase. And then just did like, let the food for the most part do everything. And then after about 12, 14 weeks, I pushed again. And then that was about 14 weeks. And then kind of like what Luke was saying, just like trying to let things solidify. Um, and I like the way I did my training this year is so I'm like super meticulous with logging everything. Like I'm definitely a big proponent of like using a logbook, and everything is like the exact fucking same all year. Honestly, until basically like halfway into prep, when I get to the point where I'm no longer like progressing in the logbook, not giving in, obviously, like intensity's still there, but I'm not beating my numbers. I've not been one of those guys either times I've prepped where I know some guys will hit PRs like late into prep. I've not seen that happen for myself. So when I get to that point, like about 8 weeks out where things aren't, I'm not beating the logbook, then I actually kind of switch it up and I'll let myself train where I'll start going to other gyms. And so I won't be like locked into the logbook, and I'll just kind of go more by like, I don't know, more by like feel, and just keep intensity and volume up and kind of just like have fun with it. Get to that point. Actually, Mike, you made a post about this the other day, like where you kind of want to go to different gyms at that point. You don't want to see the same faces and kind of need a new environment. So it actually works really well. But up until that point, I just stay everything has to progress. It's going to be a fraction each week, but food and training just kind of incrementally going up, and then utilizing the health phase. I feel like that's where you really kind of solidify the tissue when you kind of back everything else
Yeah.
off. Like that's where your body really starts to hold, because you get to that like 12, 14 weeks and you're kind of stressed out. So when you take everything for the most part out, you feel better, you sleep better, your digestion's better. And I've always seen I actually get stronger interestingly enough, like in those phases. I don't look as good, kind of look soft. Conditioning doesn't look as as fun, but I feel better. And so that was it. Basically just broke it into those segments for the past, whatever it was, 12 months, 13 months. And
Yeah. Have,
yeah.
have you guys done it in a different way? Like, has anybody done post show and kept the drugs running for like an amount of time into the
So,
rebound?
so I'll speak on this because that's the big difference. Like this past year, my rebound honestly was probably the most progress I've ever made in my bodybuilding career. And I think the biggest mistake that people will make is they don't get peeled in the first place. So before you worry about some crazy groundbreaking rebound, like you have to be in shape. If you just start throwing a bunch of food and drugs, on a physique that was soft on stage, you're going to get fat really quick. So first, get in shape. Then there's kind of two schools of thought to this. Like people will say, like after a show, you're really stressed, inflamed, everything. You're not going to build a lot of tissue at that point. So come off, get healthy, get ready for an off season, which makes sense to me. But personally, what I've seen is a lot of times when guys make a massive jump from one year to the next, they had a crazy fucking rebound. And that really is what set them up for their following year being 10, 20 pounds heavier on stage. And most of the time, those people keep some semblance of gear in. Last year was the first time that I did. And it was just test and masked at like pretty moderate doses. And then GH was in, obviously. And then just driving food up from there. But like I was putting on bro, I went from 225 on stage to 275 in 8 weeks, and
Jesus.
I still had some lines in my glutes by the end of it. So um, it was kind of crazy, and this is why I also recommend having a coach, especially in periods like this, because you guys know like when you're shredded, right? You work that hard to get shredded. If you hold like a pound of water, you think you're fat immediately. Like you think, oh, it's all over. I'm already fat again, right? And my food was driving up. I was putting on like 5 to 6 pounds a week, right? And I would send check-ins to Blue, and I'd think he'd be like, "Oh, this is too much, bro. Like you're gonna have to pull back." And he'd add food, and I'd be like, "What?" I'd be so confused. He's like, "Bro, like this is the rebound that people pray for. Like it's happening. Like your weight's going up. You still have lines in your glutes. You're still lean. You're still vascular. Whatever, whatever." He was like, "Take advantage and run with this fucking thing."
Yeah.
So I think I do, moving forward, barring any health issues or how long your prep was, things like that. I think moderate amount of gear, not harsh prep compounds, but
That's what
uh,
I meant too. If I wasn't clear about that, like I kept testing, at moderate dose and
yeah,
GH at like a moderate dose. So I just meant all the prep compounds, like
yeah. Like
definitely not just like
I don't think anyone in their right fucking mind should stay on trend for 8 weeks after a show.
no.
But some people would, bro. So, um, but yeah, I think like moderate doses, moderate compounds. First of all, like I said, getting fucking peeled in the first place, and then having somebody in your corner to kind of mentally, basically just tell you're on the right track as you're pushing food up and not getting fat too quick.
Yeah. Facts.
I was my thing's kind of similar where I was peeled at my last show, and I went down a weight class. I was about 202 on stage, and the moment prep was over, basically what my coach does is kind of like you, test gets added kind of back in because usually that gets cut out for me like 10 days,
Yeah, same.
and is that my computer? Hold on, it's annoying the hell out of me. And then also same thing, mast test and mast and GH, and the food does get increased, and then it slowly increases usually every 2 weeks for me. So I mean, in maybe like a month or so post show, I put on about 20 pounds, and my conditioning was still really really good. If I needed a rest day or something like that, I would take it. This year, since I wasn't competing this year, we are going to have a much longer off season. Um, my post show rebound phase, I guess, was about 5 to 6 weeks long, and then I was in like a health phase for like 10 or 12 weeks, and weight was still going up a little bit. Strength was definitely coming up. Let the food do the job. And then you get into the push phase, the fun part of off season. But I never used to post show. I never used to do like a reverse diet or anything like that. I would just eat like an asshole. And, the last 2 years I've worked with my coach, and we've had a structured off season and reverse diet phase. And it's definitely put me in a much better spot to grow. And I was like, I had 2 meals in me today, and I stepped on the scale at the gym, and I was over 250, just a little bit over 250. So I was excited to see that. This is definitely the biggest and leanest I've ever been.
Well, honestly, I feel like off season is the most important part of bodybuilding, honestly. And if you set yourself up for failure before it even starts, you're not going to make a lot of progress year to year.
That's a fact.
Yeah, exactly. If your insulin sensitivity goes to shit and you've accumulated too much body fat too fast, you could honestly kiss your off season goodbye. It's gonna be very, very hard to do that.
I'll add too, like a lot of times I see the guys that make the biggest jumps in rebounds and progress is guys that are very depleted too and have make a weight class. Like Luke, honestly, was pretty depleted last year too. So I think that also helps that slingshot effect, and Chris trying to make down to light heavyweights. Like Justin Randall's a great example too. When he was a light, I don't know if you guys remember, he was a lightweight and then went up to like 200 pounds and was like shredded still. Like that's because he like sucked down. A lot of those guys, when they suck down to a weight class, they get a really solid like slingshot effect. I feel like, and
what
also
did Jewett do that one year? He like skipped
middle weights and he went to heavyweights.
Yeah,
remember?
that was crazy.
He was middle that year and he sucked down too. So that's another good example, But also too, like as far as like what Jesse was saying, I'm a big advocate as far as like a lot of times what I do now is I do like a health phase first because I do feel like my body might be a little banged up or whatever. But the key thing is keeping up your lean body, like you're like in a lean state. So for me, like for 8 weeks, maybe I'll do like a health phase and I'll be like only 10 pounds above stage weight and sort of hold that. So then when I do add compounds in, you know what I mean? You're sort of still getting that same effect, which a lot of people have. They get a little sloppy and they can't really hold that. So I think really, and then you get a longer push too for me. Like, I could do like a 20-week cycle because I just cleaned up shit for like 8 weeks, you know what I mean? And the body's a little bit fresh. It also depends on people's prep. Like, is someone doing 2 hours of cardio? Is someone doing 40 minutes of cardio, Is someone doing 3 shows or 4 shows? How long has their season been? How low is their food? You know what I mean? So it really depends on person to person too, like how they feel post show and where their body's at and like what their prep was like,
Yeah, 100%. Doug, I see you with the Tic Tacs. I'm glad somebody else does that like 3 weeks out.
Got to, man, because it just helps curb that appetite.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it does. What ones
for
are
me,
those?
it's
The orange ones?
No, these are some new ones I saw. The strawberry and cream.
Oh shoot,
That sounds pretty
we don't
good.
have them up here. We don't have them. Oh yeah, strawberry cream. I've seen those ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say,
Brandon.
Jesse? Oh,
these
sorry.
these coffee zins, dude. Oh my!
See?
I in like the off season, I'll have like 4 of these a day, and I'm good. I'm going through like 2 canisters a day. I don't even know how much nicotine is running through my system. If you can overdose on nicotine, I'm gonna find out because
I got
these
a
things
couple
are just
clients.
like nonstop.
I got a couple clients who love them things, but
Fuck,
I never
dude.
tried them.
Don't try them, dude.
No,
Stay with your Tic Tacs, bro. You don't need this.
Brandon, I got a question. I'm gonna start with you, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
When it starts off like that, it's not good.
How to handle high sex drive when on PEDs?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you want to ask me this question. And yes, there is a reason why I'm going through a divorce at this point.
What question is this? Is this the one that was like, how do you guys handle a high sex drive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bingo.
Thanks a lot, Chris. No.
Hey, I didn't ask the fucking question.
No. In all seriousness, it can be. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Like some people have a more difficult time as like it gets closer to the show and like that starts diminishing. I'm pretty sure like we're all sitting on here and I'm sure that like some of us 6 to 8 weeks out, all of a sudden that the switch, it flips. And you're just like, you don't want to be touched. You just like, you're so focused, you're so fucking driven, you're so like hyper focused on the show and how you're gonna do, when's your next workout, when's your next meal, that I hate to say it, like even though like you physically could perform easily, like your mental state is just fucking pure exhaustion, and it's the last thing that's on your mind.
Yeah.
I might not be speaking for a guy like fucking Luke because he's 27 years old, right? Like
No,
fucking
trust
shooting
me,
shots.
it's kind of pathetic. You're speaking for me too, bro. For sure.
Yes. So, but I would say like in a health phase, yeah, it's probably like your sex drive's there. Like, but when you're on a push and you're doing a lot of food, you got your drugs implemented, and probably like your 20-week out range, probably to your 8-week out range, your sex drive is probably through the fucking roof, and you want to fuck like a rabbit. Like, it's the bottom line. I don't give a shit what anyone says. But I think like inside of those 8 weeks on a prep, it's diminished, and it's the last thing that you're probably thinking about. At least for me, in my personal experience, it's the last thing I'm thinking about. I don't want anything to do with anyone. I want people to stay away from me, and I just want to be able to focus at the task at hand. But every other time, it's fucking through the roof. It's not even a question. That's just the bottom line.
Never go out the door with a loaded gun.
It's like a good. I think it's like a good thing to tell people. I think it's like a good thing to tell people that like if you've really never been on like a heavier PED cycle before, like your mental has to be right, and you need to be in a relationship that you really respect, because they can make you do things like just like you will have sexual urges with that you just like you haven't
anything and anyone. I don't give a shit.
100%,
Anything and
like,
anyone. Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't say anyone because I don't want to think anyone. I'm gonna end up with fucking like 50 DMs from guys now. Like,
be careful what you say, bro. This is on the internet, bro.
No, but I'll be completely transparent and honest with all you guys on this shit, because it cost me a marriage and it cost me a relationship because I thought with the other fucking head. And it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it now. I can't fix it. You know what I mean? Like, I have to live with the consequences. But understandably, that this is the shit that comes with you being on gear. Like, you can make some decisions that later on down the path in the road you probably realize that you shouldn't have fucking made.
I think it just comes down to like understanding yourself mentally before you start, because like everything is just exacerbated when you take steroids. Like everything you kind of were before, you're going to take steroids, you're going to be like super version. So like if you're aggressive and you snap at people and you fucking load yourself up with a bunch of gear, you'll probably catch a case. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah.
So it's just understanding like where like your deficiencies are, what you struggle with already before you start taking shit. Because then you can like, I guess, prepare yourself for it, but it's still hard either way.
I agree with that.
If you're hypersexual, if you're a hypersexual person, like,
be careful.
I know it sounds crazy, but I advise jerking off before you go do shit. It makes
before you do anything.
Hey, like just like fucking Nate said. Just like Nate said, don't leave with a loaded gun.
Yeah.
Chris, what were you doing this a minute ago? Chris, were you doing this a minute ago?
No, he said hypersexual person. I was pointing at myself. I've always been like that, but luckily Ashlyn's like on the same level as me. So I mean that I'm taking care of that way.
Yeah, if you got a girl on PDs too, that probably helps too.
He hasn't been on PDs in almost 2 years, but I mean, I can just look at her and just point to the bedroom, and she just knows what to do.
Knows what time it is.
There's no like, there's times there's like no intimacy. It's not romantic. It is just straight up aggression.
This is some animalistic shit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. And that's awesome. But I mean, and then the other thing too is it's like I'm with someone that I love. I mean, I'm marrying her in September, so it's like. if there's ever one of those situations where someone else is trying to, kind of put themselves in the way or whatever, it's like I just think to myself, like, I know what I have at home. Like
Yeah.
that's not worth it. If you asked me this question in my 20s, when I first started taking stuff when I was like 28 years old, I'd probably give you a much different answer.
Yeah.
Well, I was much older, and I'll never forget. My boy Huddy said, "Get ready, because it's gonna be like going through puberty again." And for me, you know, just being honest, like most guys who don't even work out, their big game is terrible already. It's just disgusting. And I'm speaking from experience. So then once you start working out and then you get on the gear, it's like holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you do have to be able to control it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why for most people it is difficult because you start to have those sex drives that you had early in your life, and it is difficult to handle, especially when you're a man of purpose and you take care of your business, you handle your business. Women, they see that, they pay attention, they want some of that. You know what I mean? And you have to be able to. I get groped on a daily, especially when I drove for Port Authority. It was bad. Like women, and I'd be like, now if I did that to you, it'd be wrong, right? If I just grabbed your titty because I'm just in love with titties, it would be horrible. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm a man, you can come up on me and rub on my chest and my arms. You know, sometimes you gotta check people, but sometimes too that can get to your head and it can make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? So just like Luke said, you just have to understand what you're doing to your body. You're having an experiment, and you just have to be mindful of what you're doing.
So wait, Dougie, are these girls grabbing your dussy or what?
Nah, they didn't grab my dussy. He's funny as hell. No, but I mean, I'm sure all of you guys experience it too when you just out and a girl's like,
Bro.
"Oh my God, look at your arm. Can I touch it?" And you're like, you're not thinking nothing of it.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? But if you was to go up to a girl like, "Oh my God, look at your boobs," and then ask her to touch it, she's gonna be like, "Man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face."
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta say something. No offense to Mike and Dougie, but is it everything big black women or what?
Bro, I was just
No,
about to
there's
say that. I was going to put my hand up to say the same
There's
fucking
no
thing.
offense because
Bro,
you all are right. They
it's
love men
big,
with muscles.
bro.
So
It's
you know
big
what I
black
say?
chicks. It's big black chicks and old women every
Listen, bro.
time.
Listen. Big muscles is
No
like a girl
filter.
with a fat ass. That's what big muscles are to women. We are the women with fat asses.
Want some
So
vanilla ice cream, Luke?
they enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it for the
Man.
most part, and we got to be honest. We're bodybuilders, so we're 1% of the world that cares enough about our bodies that we pay attention to how much fucking water we drink, how much sodium we get in our bodies a day. You know what I'm saying? We go into the gym to specifically train a body part to make it look a certain way. So when you guys go anywhere, you're not a regular person. Like,
No.
haven't you got to the point now where people stare at you and it's
Yes.
normal? You know what I'm saying? But somebody who may not be used to that, like when I go out with some of my friends that don't hang out with me too much, they'll be like, "Yo, do you ever get tired of people staring at you?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm used to it now. People have been
Yeah.
staring at me for years." And sometimes people will come up and ask me questions, in particular women. "Oh my God, can I touch your biceps?" You know what I'm saying? It's like they're infatuated with it because of what we do. So, we make our bodies look a certain way. And, like I said, muscles are a fat ass to women, like it is for men.
Bro,
How
it's just
you see a
something
fat
about
ass or men, or how you
it's
see
just
big boobs, that is what we are to women.
The one thing I did want to say, and this is kind of like a thing of I guess caution because I've seen this happen with a few people that I know. Uh, if you're like I won't comment on women because I'm obviously not a woman or don't identify as a woman. So I'll say this speaking just from men. I've I've seen a few guys that they have a lot of like insecurities and self-conscious issues. So then when they start taking stuff, they almost get this like giant, like, I don't know if it's like a dopamine or serotonin rush or whatever, but they they'll go out and they'll seek tons of attention and validation from other women. And
Bro,
I've seen
from
two
anybody.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I've seen two people get into some serious issues with their relationship and stuff, you know, because of this. Brendan, I'm not talking about you. This has nothing to do with you. I just realized that as I'm saying, like, Brendan's probably like, fuck Chris right now. No, I'm not talking about you because I know you're not like that. I know you're not like that.
No. Yeah,
But,
But
you know,
those people, bro, they just get like you mentioned, like a lot of times those people got into it for the wrong reasons. Like they were insecure and all they wanted was to have this body and then they want everyone in the world to be like they turn into dickheads, bro.
yep.
And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
constantly craving attention.
100%.
And it's just because they were just insecure little people before and like just thought steroids were gonna make them somebody. And
Yes,
they're
it's
just
whatever
not.
your
Man, there
personality
are
traits are,
people.
they're
There are
amplified.
people who believe.
Exactly.
There are fat ass people who believe if I take steroids, I could look like you. I'm like, no,
Oh, I know, bro.
no, no. It does not work like that. You understand? You have to eat a certain way still.
Yeah.
Like you still have to eat a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get fat in about 20 minutes if you want to. Like, no problem.
Yeah, like this
This is
shit is
not a
not.
magic bullet.
Yeah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? But people swear that it is, and unfortunately, you're right, man. That's why a lot of people get into it. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have the proper guidance, and then they don't have. It's cool that people can hear these conversations because somebody's obviously going through something like this. You know what I mean? And all of us have experienced it in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm no angel, and I was somebody who I can say I had insecurities growing up, but I don't have those same insecurities now, mainly because I understand a lot of things. But I talk about therapy. I've been going to therapy for almost 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And having a professional that I can talk to instead of friends and people who know my personal business, it makes things a lot more simple. It helps me understand myself more. So we're all human too at the end of the day. Like, I'll tell you, I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'll never come on any platform and act like that. So, we're all subject to make bad decisions. We just saw what happened on the Coldplay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the concert, that shit been every fucking where. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, god damn. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't turn that into a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And none of us are perfect. You know
Bro,
what I'm
that
saying?
guy. Oh, actually, he will because he got money. But I was about to say that guy ain't never gonna be able to date again, bro. If that was like a
Bro,
normal
it's
dude
gonna
that got
be
blown
he's
up like
gonna
that,
have to just duck off for a long time. Like
yeah, bro.
he's just gonna have to duck off and
Man,
and
any female he meets is gonna be like, oh, I know you, motherfucker.
But it was supposed to be a private
No,
moment.
you want
Between
to
him and
know
his
something,
girls.
Luke? Luke, I bet you the exact opposite's going to happen. There's going
I
to be women
know.
that are throwing themselves at
I
him.
was just about to say, bro.
it could be, yes.
Knowing females, I kind of retract that statement. But
Yeah.
he's got
Well,
money and
I
he's
think a
popular
good.
now, so he's gonna be fine.
who knows what he has now because
I,
he resigned. He resigned from his CEO position, and
Yeah.
his
He
his
had
wife
to
was
though after
pretty, and
that.
then he was hugging a
Did the
girl that
lady
looked like a piece
resign
of tree
too?
bark.
Did the lady resign too?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't follow up on her.
Man,
I'm
they
sure.
both
I'm
gotta
sure. I'm
resign.
sure she's probably viewed as the victim because he was the CEO.
Man,
Yeah,
what?
right?
It takes two to tango. No, I'm not trying to hear that. And so here's the thing. Let's keep it a bean. Had they not folded on camera like that, wouldn't nobody have known but the
That's what
immediate
I.
people.
Right.
That's
You know what
exactly what
I'm
I said
saying?
earlier.
But
You
their
act
goofy
normal.
asses seen it and fucking panicked. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
All
but
they had
hold
to
on,
do
bro.
was
But
not fucking panic.
hold on.
If he would have
Be
just held her
be
like, yo,
real. Be
chill, don't
real.
even move. It's over.
Be
We're just
real
gonna
for
have
a
to deal
second
with
though.
this privately, but
Chill,
not
chill, chill.
fucking publicly. You know what I'm saying? My wife's gonna
Bro.
kill me, but at
Nah.
least the world ain't gonna fucking know.
Hold on
Bro,
though. Bro,
the
be
fucking
real
Tic
for a
Tacs got
second.
Dougie.
There's no way in hell that camera goes on you with your side piece and you're just chilling there.
Yeah, bro, I
You're
would
gonna
go
freak
You already
so
made the
like
decision.
dolphins, like go,
You
bro. I
already
would
go
made
jump
the
down.
so
decision.
fast.
You went
I
to
would
a
jump so
Coldplay
fast.
concert with your sappies. You already
I
made
know
your
that was
decision.
such a stupid move.
Yeah.
Like talk about
That was the dumbest
public, man.
move.
Then
Thousands of
look, you know
people.
what I would have whispered in her ear? You know, we together now. Like we together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We together, motherfucker. Like till this shit is over, we're
You know
together.
what, bitch? You stuck with me now.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Does anybody know if
Just
she's
like
married?
What?
she
Has it
is.
come
Yeah,
out?
she
She
was.
married?
They were both married.
Oh
yeah, I was
shit!
about to say she's mad. That's what I'm saying too. She's got to resign too. If he had to resign, the fuck.
Yeah.
You know
Damn.
how it goes.
I
Like,
love what Dougie
how is
said.
she gonna get fired by the HR department? She was the head of the HR department.
I love what
Jesus.
Dougie said in the group chat the other day. It was just like, dude, at that point, you ain't going home. Like, I'm
That's
staying with
facts.
you now.
Bro,
Yeah,
I would have held
yeah,
her and said, "Look, I'm coming home with you tonight. It's over.
yeah.
We together now, bitch.
I don't want to
So,
die.
Yeah.
yeah, we
We live
together.
together now. This
Yeah."
it.
That's what I said. When he took them, and then you seen the other girl, Eric, they knew. People knew amongst them. You know what I'm saying? But the world didn't know until they
That's what
folded.
I'm
Like,
saying.
oh
They
shit.
honestly should have just played it off, and
Yeah.
nothing would have even fucking
I mean,
happened.
listen, and let's keep it 100. He got there. They obviously got money. He could have just, and I hate to say this, but I'm just being honest
Well,
because
he had money.
honesty is.
He had
He
money.
could have just came home and been like, "Look, man, I've been hitting that for a little while, but it's over. All right,
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
not fucking with her no more. Like I got
yeah,
caught. Yeah, if I gotta be in the doghouse for whatever, whatever. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, there's other ways that you gotta be able to, because that shit happens. Like with,
No,
shit,
it doesn't. Not on fucking
bro.
Coldplay concerts.
Can,
huh?
He went to
can you
Coldplay.
imagine
That
that
was his
car
first
ride
fucking
home?
mistake.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
car ride home would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
crazy.
That car ride home, bro. I would
Yeah,
just said, hey, just take me anywhere else. Let's
yeah,
go. It doesn't matter. Just take me
yeah. I'm
somewhere,
going to
not my
Vegas.
house.
I'm gonna
Just
go
keep
to
going.
Vegas for
Yes.
about a week.
Just keep going.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
god.
crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
It comes down to just
let me
not
pull up
controlling your
Jesse's profile.
impulses. All right, what'd you
Let
say,
me
Mike?
pull up Jesse's profile. I was just gonna say I'm gonna pull up Jesse's profile one more time so people can give him a follow. Yeah.
So Jesse, I don't know if you watched the show before, but we
Yeah.
put the fun in dysfunctional here, brother. So it's kind of
No, I
you
love
have to
that.
figure it out, man.
No, I'm big fan of the show. Yeah, I love
oh,
it.
that's what's up.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Pull up his page.
I was flattered to be invited on. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, you come back in a couple of weeks with your pro card in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Here we go. Let me pull it up.
So Jesse, are you looking forward to standing next to anybody at the show? Is there anybody specific like you looking forward to sitting next to or standing next to?
No, I mean I haven't really I don't really dig into it because I don't know.
Don't get in your head.
I'm better off just not thinking about it.
Yeah, I
Just
don't like
focusing on
seeing people.
myself.
Dude, bro.
I hate
remember
seeing people.
I remember last year in Connecticut, I pulled up the hashtag for the show and I saw Luke and I'm like, oh, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, this. Talk about saying just go home. I'm like, oh, go. What the fuck is that thing, dude?
Another kid told me the same thing backstage. He was like, "Yeah, I
I'm
was
like,
hoping
what
you
the
weren't coming here."
fuck?
It's like, I'll take that.
So I kind of learned that lesson.
Yeah, it
I'll just-
fucks with you, bro. I'm going through it right now with random dudes popping up
Yeah.
doing the amateur Olympia. I'm like, geez, because everyone, you get to this level. I told Nate this today, bro. Like, everyone's a freak at this level.
Yeah.
And you just don't know what
Mhm.
pictures are going to translate to the real thing. And
Right.
you can't really control any of that shit. So,
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
just gave you a follow, big dog, and
Oh, I appreciate it, man.
when I trained, even to this day, man, I always used to tell myself I'm training for that motherfucker that's gonna show up that don't nobody know. I gotta beat that motherfucker.
yeah.
I always felt like the people that were gonna show up, I bet not lose to them. I better lose to a motherfucker that ain't been out here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
All right, so I said that last time when we were talking about USA's and North Americans too. The two guys that won the overalls last year was Austin. I think Boltman is his last name. He came out of fucking nowhere last year at USA's, and that's the show I did. And backstage, you're just looking at this guy, and he's not like overly aesthetically pleasing, but he's like 6 foot tall and he was just granite. And you're just looking at this guy walk around and no one knew who he was. He had like 200 followers on Instagram. And he went out and he won the whole show. He actually came up to me backstage and said he followed me. And I was like, dude, thank you, bro. I was like, you're a freak. But like, he went out. I went out and got fucking 9th place. And this dude went out and smoked the whole show. And then at North Americans, that fucking that like Nigerian or African dude with the flat top, I can't remember his fucking name. He just did the Norwegian, I think. But he's a freak too.
Yeah.
He is a freak.
Nobody knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how
you
it
never
happens.
know.
Well, boys, that's probably it for tonight.
Yes, indeed.
This hunger is real.
Trust me, I feel you. I got 3 weeks
so
in my
hungry.
show. I can't wait till after the show.
Hey, don't worry, Mike. We'll have plenty of fucking barbecue after the show.
Yeah, buddy. You're looking good, though, Mike. Keep pushing. Know what I'm saying? Keep
Thanks,
pushing.
man.
You're looking good as fuck.
Fuck yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, you look awesome. You look really good. That quarter
really
turn.
excited, bro.
Yeah, that quarter turn is
woo!
Crazy.
Well, Mike, I'm gonna vote him. I'm gonna motivate you. You look like shit. Get it together.
Thank you. That's what I need.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's fucking go. You're better. You're better.
That's what I need. That's what I need.
Are any of you guys going to Texas, or who's going?
I'm going.
Good.
Yeah. It should
I'll
be
be at
fun.
North Americans. I won't be.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be at the Texas.
I think I'm trying to go
You'll be in
North
fucking
Americans
Japan.
too. I think we're gonna try and fly.
Yeah, I'll be in Japan.
Yeah, you'll be in Japan, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's the same weekend?
Yeah.
It's the 9th and the 10th.
Oh shit.
Yeah, same weekend.
We didn't cover Tampa, but we should cover it next week. By the way.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's an interesting show, bro. It's gonna be a good show because it's like
it is.
It's deep, but it's like anyone could really win that show. To be
I was
honest.
just thinking the same thing today.
There's like 5 guys that could easily win.
Yeah.
It's all like those guys that are knocking on the door of like Olympia League too, obviously.
That's what's gonna make it a good show because we're gonna see who's gonna bring it.
Nobody knows what the hell Quint's gonna look like now.
Yeah, he's self-coached too. I could not coach myself. I do not want to ever coach myself.
I think he's working with Dorian though. I think like him and
He's
Dorian
probably
are
like a
kinda
set of
like
eyes
reps.
for him, but I think he's
I
pretty
would
like
not want to
he's pretty
coach
vocal
myself.
about coaching.
I would overthink that process like fuck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good show regardless. I think Tampa, Texas are good shows.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, definitely. Let's cover Tampa next week as it gets a little bit closer.
Yep.
100%.
And next week will be 1 week out from it. So
yeah, yep.
We'll do some predictions and all that.
Yeah. Jesse, we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate you guys having me on, man. It's a lot of
Most
fun.
definitely, man. Nice
meeting you,
Good
bro.
luck
Good
with
to meet all you
everything.
guys. Good to see you again. Good luck with everything.
Jesse.
Yeah, you too, man.
Absolutely.
All right. Later,
All right,
guys.
boys. Have a good night.
Gents, be
Have a
well.
good night, guys.